Alright, so good morning everyone. We will be continuing our discussion on the principles used in forensic chemistry. So let's start by the law of individuality that states every object, natural or man-made, has an individuality which is not duplicated in any other object. How are we going to relate this into a crime scene? Okay, so the application of this principle is evident specifically in a crime scene such as the broken glass fragments. So what do we mean by broken glass fragments? Halimbawa, kapag kayong isang tao nagnakaw, binasag yung salamin, okay, please take note na mayroong DNA na possible na makikita doon. Okay? So the glass fragments were found stuck to the suspect's clothing. Kasi kapag ka ang isang tao nagnakaw, binasag niya yung salamin, okay, tumalsik yung kapiraso ng bubog dun sa kanyang damit, it can be, okay, a source of evidence. Okay? And also, kapag ka yung suspect o kaya yung tao ay duguan, so meron tayong tinatawag na blood stain. Okay? So what is the main idea of law of individuality? We are linking, okay, the crime into suspect, okay, victim or object. Okay? Yun po ang pinaka main idea ng law of individuality. Ililink natin, bakit nga ba nabasag yung salamin? Bakit may dugo dun sa sahig? Okay, so these are the elements, okay, and these are the evidences na po pwede nating gawing basis, no, para mai-link ang isang crime scene. Okay po. So, tandaan natin na ang law of individuality, okay, it is for the every object, natural or man-made. Okay? Basta yung isang tao meron siyang contact doon sa object, okay, it can be under the principle of law of individuality. Next, the law of progressive change. The law of progressive change, okay, states that everything changes with the passage of time. Okay, so law of progressive change, everything changes with the passage of time. So paano natin i-correlate itong principle na ito? Halimbawa, nakatagpo ka ng patay na katawan ng tao sa field or sa palayan. Okay? Pwede nating ma-determine kasi yung changes in the body na pwede nating gawing basis at para malaman kung gaano ba katagal ang pagkamatay ng isang tao. Okay, nawa nyo? So, pagka medyo nangingitim na siya, mabaho na, inagnas na, okay, pwede nating i-calculate yon kung siya ba ay kamamatay lang or matagal ng patay, kung siya ba ay isang linggo pa lang o kaya isang buwan lang patay. Okay, because in relation to the progressive change, no, doon sa cells po ng katawan natin at tissues ng katawan, okay, pwede po silang langawin lalo na kapag patay sila. So if you want, no, to magets itong law na to, kung halimbawa nakakita kayo ng patay na pusa o patay na daga, just observe. Okay? Ano ang nakikita niyo? Lumulobo sila. Tapos mabantot sila. And there, we can say na matagal nang patay siya. We have terms in pathology and in the forensic medicine, okay, which will be emphasized and discussed on our face-to-face meeting. No? I-explain ko yan sa inyo yung mga rigor mortis, algor mortis, tapos livor mortis. Okay? Next, principle of comparison. That states only likes can be compared. Okay? So please take note that the purpose of principle of comparison in relationship to the crime scene are: number one, it connects the suspects, victims, and objects to the crime scene. Okay? It supports the principle of individualization, and it requires proper collection or control of the standard samples. So halimbawa, a knife with blood stains is recovered from a crime scene. Okay? Merong batuta na merong blood stain, tapos merong kutsilyo na may blood stain. So, what is the most probable hypothesis that we should uh, think kapag kaganon? May batuta, tapos merong knife. So, as much as possible, baka yung patient, yung tao, inalo sa ulo, tapos sinaksak pa. Okay? So, ganun yun. Pwede natin sila, yung mga object, pwede natin gamitin. Next, principle of analysis. The analysis can be no better, okay, than the sample analyzed. Next, we have also law of probability. Law of probability states that all identifications, definite, okay, or indefinite, are made consciously or unconsciously on the basis of probability. Okay, pag sinabi mong probability, parang yung possibility yung tinitignan mo dyan. Okay? Next, we need to be familiarized on the crime scene vocabularies. So, what is a crime scene? Crime scene is any physical location, no, in which a crime has occurred or is suspected of having occurred. Tandaan, physical. Please highlight this word, physical location. Okay? Ang physical location, syempre, pwedeng sa Cannon Road. Tama? Kung familiar kayo kay recent issue Cabral, that's a physical location. What else? Benguet, Baguio. Okay? Basta kung saan nangyari ang krimen. Okay? Or is suspected of having occurred. So there are two types of crime scenes. Okay? You need to be familiarized with the primary crime scene. So primary crime scene is the original location of a crime or accident. So an example here, sa bahay, sa loob ng bahay. Okay? Basta primary, original location. That's your highlight. Next, secondary crime scene. What does it mean by secondary crime scene? An alternate location. Okay? Alternate location such as where additional evidence may be found. Okay? Again, primary, original location, sa bahay. Secondary crime scene, alternate location, and additional evidence may be found. Halimbawa, nakita mo siya doon sa bahay, tapos pumunta ka ng Burnham, merong ebidensya doon. So, ano po ang pwede nating hypothesis? Okay? Now, we are going to apply those principles that we have mentioned a while ago. Okay? Para i-link at i-connect, i-correlate yung mga ebidensya doon sa crime scene. And that is the purpose of that. Next, okay, suspect. What is a suspect? Person thought to be capable of committing a crime. Accomplice, a second person associated with committing a crime. Next, alibi, a statement of where a suspect was at the time of a crime. Okay? So these terminologies can be easy to memorize. Pero nakikita ko, 'di ba? Mostly na kayang-kaya natin gawin dito ay yung alibi. Okay? Next, evidence. So what does it mean by evidence? Is a means, okay, sanctioned by law of ascertaining in a judicial proceedings the truth respecting a matter of fact. So I have mentioned that there are three types of evidences. Number 1, yung physical evidences. Number 2, biological evidences. Number 3, chemical evidences. Okay? Please take note of that. Tapos, pag sinabi mong biological evidences, lahat po yan ng fluids na pwedeng makuha sa tao, na pwedeng makuha sa suspect, doon sa biktima, okay? Kagaya ng dugo, ihi, laway, okay? Tae, okay? Lahat po yan ay biological evidence basta magmumula doon sa tao. So ano naman ibig sabihin ng physical evidence? Yung mga document, yung mga papers yan. So ano naman ibig sabihin ng chemical evidence? Pag sinabi mong chemical evidence, okay, ito yung mga drugs, okay, that are studied in the toxicology. Okay? So pwede mong ma-specify yung mga drugs na present doon sa dugo ng isang tao or pasyente. Alright? By the principles that I have discussed before, such as the chromatography as well as the spectrophotometry. Now, eto. So, meron naman tayong kinds of evidence. Okay? Yung evidence can be testimonial evidence also. Okay? Ibig sabihin ng testimonial, syempre meron siyang witness. Pag sinabi mong physical evidence, okay, any material items that would be present on the crime scene. Pwedeng kutsilyo, pwedeng baril, pwedeng batuta, o kung ano man yung mga object. Okay, physical doon mismo sa crime scene. Next, examples. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, no? DNA, biological evidence yan. Yung katawan mismo ng tao, ebidensya yan. Weapon used. Okay? Ang weapon used, tapos pieces of carpet. Okay, by the way, ang pwede nating makita dito sa pieces of carpet, syempre yung mga buhok. Okay? Kapag ka merong hair strand, okay, pwede nating i-conclude ang assault o kaya naman ay rape. Ganun. Next, blood and other body fluids. Also, fingerprints or cast of footprints. Yan. Mga marka ng tsinelas o kaya sapatos. So, what are the forms of scientific evidences? It can be real or autoptic evidence. It is the evidence which addressed to the senses of the court. Next, testimonial evidence. Okay, these are the evidence that come from people. Also, it can be experimental evidence. Okay. Tapos, meron tayong documentary evidence. Siyempre, written evidence po yan. For the experimental evidence, an expert witness may be required to perform certain experiments to prove a certain matter of fact. Okay? There are basic forms of evidences. Okay? We have the direct evidence. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin ng direct evidence? The senses perceive. Yan ang keyword. Any fact to which a witness testifies based on what he saw, heard, smelled, touched, or tasted. Okay? Pagkagamit mo ay natural senses, lahat ng senses ng tao, direct yan. Nakuha po? Next, circumstantial evidence. A circumstantial evidence is a kind of evidence which seeks to establish a conclusion by inferences from proved facts. Okay? The root word is circumstance. So, mga associated siya sa mga hinala lang. Pero kailangan pa rin siyang dapat i-prove, no? Pero ang kaya nga based on circumstances. Ayan, ang ibig sabihin ng circumstantial evidences. Okay po. So, na-discuss na natin ang mga classifications ng evidence. Okay? Ang classification ng evidence, physical, biological, tapos chemical. Meron tayong kinds of evidence, and then meron tayong basic forms of evidence. Okay? Hearsay evidence. A statement made by a witness on the authority of another and not from his own personal knowledge or observation. So, if we ask the question, what will evidence collected at a scene do for the investigation? What will evidence collected at a scene do for the investigation? Ano ang gagawin ng ebidensya na nakolek doon sa scene? Okay? Ano ang gagawin naman ng ebidensya doon sa investigation? Number one, it may prove that a crime has been committed. Okay? Kaya, i-emphasize ko soon, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng blood and blood stain? Ano bang ibig sabihin ng hair analysis? How is hair, okay, differ from the other fibers? Yan. Okay? We are also establishing the key elements of a crime. And of course, finally, we link a suspect with a crime scene or a victim. We are also going to establish the identity of a victim or a suspect. We are also corroborate the verbal witness testimony and also exonerate the innocent. And it gives the detectives leads to work within the case. Okay, so what is a witness? A witness in court may be an ordinary or expert witness. So, a differentiation between the ordinary witness and an expert witness. You may read, okay, the following definition, and then you need to correlate. Okay? So, I would like you to be familiar with the crime scene protocol. So, kapag ka may crime scene, ano nga dapat ang pagkasunod-sunod ng gagawin ninyo? Okay? First, let's start with the interview. Please memorize and take note. Interview is the first step in processing a crime scene. Okay? First step, processing a crime scene, interview yan. Okay? To determine what allegedly happened, what crime took place, and how was the crime committed. Okay, for example, if we're going to correlate it in the Cabral case or Cabral file, nag-interview sila. Ano ba yung unang ginawa ni Cabral? Pumunta muna siya sa Ion Hotel, di ba? Nagpunta sila sa Ion Hotel, nagpunta sila sa Cannon Road, tapos pinauwi daw na yung driver, and then pagbalik ng driver, wala na si Cabral. Okay? Interview. Second, examine. The second step, highlight. Second step in the investigating a crime scene is also examine. That will help identify possible items of evidentiary nature, point of entry, and point of exit, and getting the general layout of the crime scene. Okay, so halimbawa, pinagbabaril ang bahay mo, pinagbabaril ang kotse mo. Ang bullet, meron niyang point of entry at meron niyang point of exit. Okay? You are going to determine the location. Bakit ka nga ba binaril? Okay? And through that, okay, malalaman natin kung anong type ng baril ang ginamit at kung anong bala ang ginamit mo. See? Photograph. Photograph, third step in the protocol. Okay? Crime scene photographs taken into two categories: the overall views and the items of evidences. Yan, example po ng photograph, ito. Dapat lahat ng anggulo, okay, sa crime scene ay napicturan. Next, sketch. This is the fourth step in the protocol. And lastly, the process. Okay, the last step in the protocol of a crime scene.